So hey guys, Maris here from Practical Fitness. Those of you who's new to the channel, Practical Fitness is where I share my passion, my knowledge and experience in fitness and nutrition, and I put it in very easy to understand, very easy to follow along, as well as short videos such as today's video, where I'm going to be talking about one of the key benefits that you get from the water fast within the first couple of days in water fasting. Of course, it depends on what kind of nutrition plan that you were following before the water fast, but usually it happens between pretty much 2 or 3 days in the water fast. Now, that key benefit is the ketosis. So I know I already mentioned ketosis in my previous videos, but today I have some graphic elements that will hopefully help me to deliver this message and to actually explain to you as well as possible about the actual ketosis and how it works. Okay, so when we consume our foods, right, we consume 3 of these elements, and those elements would be proteins, carbohydrates like pasta and rice and bread and many more, as well as fats. Okay, now the proteins is simple. Okay, the proteins is our body building blocks. Okay, so it helps to build our body, it helps our brain activities and things like that. So let's just leave it at that. Now these two, the carbohydrates and the fats, these two are considered to be very valid sources of energy for our body. However, only carbohydrates and only, as well as always, will be primary source of energy for our body. The reason why is because it becomes energy, it burns and it becomes energy very fast to compare to the fat. That's why our body, trying to keep us alive, will always choose carbohydrates as the energy source first, and then only when this is gone, only then will this become the actual source of energy. Now, in the meantime, before that happens, let me show you what and how sad of a thing that happens all the time to every one of us who doesn't understand how this process works, and this is this. So this bag with the fats every day that we consume for many years, it will just come here and it will stay here for very long time. Okay, now because I'm on a water fasting and I'm talking about the actual benefit that you get from the water fasting within the first couple of days, starting from the day 1, we have to say goodbye to this because we aren't eating any proteins, we aren't eating anything, right? Now carbohydrates, they do have a little bit of reserves in our body as well. When we get rid of this, a couple days later, we will have depleted every single piece of carbohydrates, otherwise called glucose, in our body. And then what happens, our body, to maintain our health, to maintain us alive, will be forced to look into some other alternative source of energy, and the only place to find it now is right here. Okay, so during the water fast, I suggested for you guys to not to be very passive and not to be very static, and therefore myself, I'm doing some walks in the mornings and in the evenings, and that requires energy. And when we don't have any food coming anymore, where does the energy coming from? And that is coming from here exactly. So what our body will do, it'll say, Marius, we need some energy, let me just quickly check something. Oh, look at this. Now that happens within the first day, and maybe in the evening I'm gonna go for one more walk, but I need some more energy, right? So that what happens then. Okay, and tomorrow in the morning I'm gonna try and do some abs, and I'm gonna try and do some push-ups. So that will require some more energy. And after lunch, after lunchtime, where if I would have lunch, or after the lunch nap that I'm gonna have tomorrow, I'm gonna go for a walk again, and that will require again some energy, right? And if I keep doing this and doing this and doing this over and over again, daily by daily, day by day, and so on and so forth, pretty much this thing becomes empty. And actually, in the beginning of this video, you already saw some results or some sort of body composition which would be happening to every one of us. There's no exceptions, absolutely. This would work for every single person if you would apply this methodology. Now, water fasting is pretty extreme, so like method to actually go and like get your body composition right. But there are many other, not many other, but like there's also ketogenic diets, right? But the thing with the diets is, as the moment I mention the word diets, everyone goes like, oh yeah, but Maris, I live one life and I like to eat everything that I like, and everything that tastes good and all of that. But when they say that, they would literally be saying to the food that you're seeing right now, this food, or they maybe this food, or this food, maybe this food doesn't taste good, and that is a ridiculous thing to say, right? So you can you can literally, after the water fasting, I'm gonna be following the actual ketogenic diet because I want to keep this thing happening, and I will actually have my fats working for me, and I will never keep them around the body. But in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about the actual ketogenic diets. I just wanted to explain the actual process of how the ketosis work. Now, when you're in a water fasting or when you're following ketogenic diet, what you can do, how to you can so like you can find out if you are in ketosis or how deep in ketosis you are by using one of these stripes. So what you need to do, just get one of them out from the box, and then you need to go to the toilet and urinate, but don't do it the way I did it. I was a little bit dizzy, so some accident happened there. But then the stripe will change its color, and now you can match it in the template to see how deep in ketosis you are. And pretty much this much would be for today's video. In the next week's video, I'm going to be talking about another very great a benefit in water fasting that activates in our body. But in today's video, that's just about it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go and edit this video now. Now, if you like this video and if you think it gave you some value, and if it finally made you understand how the ketosis work, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of information, if you're into the body transformation, body composition, fitness, fat loss, weight loss, any things like that, please subscribe to the channel and become a member of family. That will support me a lot. That will encourage me to keep making these videos. And in the meantime, stay blessed, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.